thing that you have to follow.
Hi, welcome back to Danganronpa.
So did you
Not
reload
coloring.
the save after you... I guess you don't have to, you can just use
It's
that.
literally 2 lines. This is where you left off. With Maki saying this. Also, people died. Anyway, welcome back to Danganronpa.
Yeah.
People do tend to die when they are killed.
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to.
Go to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay? No, that won't be necessary.
Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
Huh? Why?
Because I'm the killer and I don't want you to investigate. Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power.
Oh shit, here it comes. New power.
Whip it out, Kibo, your massive new power.
His eyes lit up.
Oh my god, it's like driving at fucking like... at like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I, Iruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on
No,
you
you're
all.
gonna destroy our retinas.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
JoJo reference?
No, it's a
No.
song.
Oh.
It's probably the song.
Oh, man.
You telling me a
what
JoJo,
lame
like a song is not
function.
a JoJo reference?
I mean, that's true. Go to the comment section for Killer Queen by Queen. Yeah.
You should have made him like a transformer or something.
It's okay.
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Yeah, you're right. Kibo's flashlight function has been added to the truth bullet section of the monopad and explains why I was able to kill somebody.
I
Kibo
also,
could have done it. He
I-
had a flashlight in his
I
eye.
also added an identical named function, except one of the vowels is different. Guess which one?
Why wouldn't she do
What?
that to Kibo instead of giving him a cough?
What?
Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on all of you.
Is anyone else not talking about the dead fucking body? Why? Why did this...
They're used to it by now.
No, the murder was pretty shocking, my dude. I'm shocked about that as well. Why did the seance fail? They performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned by that than the murder.
I mean, assuming it would have worked, like, probably because she died.
Oh, if we perform the caged child again and summon Tenko's spirit this time...
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
Yes.
True, it may be best to move past what happened and to know why the seance failed.
That's so.
Whatever. Just hurry up.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. After that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all 4 of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the 4 corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Then she got Danganronpa 2'd and stabbed with a fork or something. I don't know. Finally, we all sang the cage song. The seance should have completed, but... Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps, on nothing, without moving. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows
What do
something.
you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
Ah, we called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle to the opposite order. First, all 4 of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth. And then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it...
Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Who on earth could have lit themselves in that scenario?
Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yes.
There's another problem.
How?
And that is why I did the seance fail. I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner? Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham.
Maki was never one to pull her punches.
I'll be right back. Don't talk to any of my characters.
This investigation is over and what is that, like, masturbation? Is that
Yeah, it's investigation
That's-
masturbation.
That is the worst. That's actually the worst mute.
She's implying that this is like a circle jerk of idiots like running around.
It's just so, that's so much of a stretch.
Yes, yes, it is, absolutely.
And it's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then, Cunt Fu's killer is obvious. Look at us. That's better. One of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place.
No.
No, not necessarily.
Huh? Seriously? This seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that?
It is true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it will be Anji speaking through you.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark. I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point of this case.
James
Who was the
killer.
person that suggested using the middle room, by the way?
Himiko.
Was it Himiko?
Mm-hmm.
This does kind of have her written all over it, doesn't it?
I can't see that being the case.
But
'cause
just like the magic act, maybe there's another magic trick here.
But she also volunteered to go into the center, and then it was like and channel Anji. But then it was Tenko who was like, "No, I'll do it so that you can talk to her." So it feels like if she had said something ahead of time, I feel like it would have been weird to rely on, you know, somebody volunteering. To
Maybe
take
she's
the
more
spot.
manipulative than she thinks. She knows how Tenko acts.
I mean, I know you think she might be the mastermind. If there's some, you know, character 180, maybe, but...
Alright, I have returned.
We will see. I'm honestly thinking that Tsumugi has to be tied to at least one of these.
I could see it. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like she's gonna be the Sonya of this game, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, who's, like, trying to court her, you know?
Oh, I mean, I just meant as
The
far
problem
as,
is right now, Sonya had like
Yes.
more personality than Tsumugi has up until this point.
But I feel like the characters, I mean, but also like characters with more personality are more likely to die, right? Because they got all their writing out of the way.
Maybe.
Always true.
I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later.
Cry harder.
What?
Huh?
Because.
Crying won't bring Tenko back. If we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tenko and all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. I like how since Maki's the only character with like a turn, like a heel turn sprite, they get to use her like like standing in front of the body like this.
There are other characters that have heel turn sprites, but yeah, she is.
Well.
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on.
Floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of the cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason they're a little unstable.
They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable.
Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. Can't imagine they come loose easily.
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Now I'm not looking at the body.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
She has the same shoes that Brianna has.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have you ever seen the full art of Brianna? Those are like the same shoes. Also, she's floating a little bit, but that's okay. She's mad. She's mad. She doesn't want to step on the magic circle. You know, Q
Yeah,
said
there
don't
you go.
step on it, so she floated over it.
Mm-hmm.
She's also the only person stepping on the magic circle, which is funny.
Yeah.
Why?
She ain't back yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
First Anji, then Tenko.
Be?
Gonta so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends?
Maybe you should have tried harder.
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. You should have. I think I've heard this one before. Yeah.
Yep.
So you just gotta talk to Himiko and then look at some stuff.
Hey!
Himiko! Hey! Himiko! Be strong, Himiko!
Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break.
But she not talking. It like Himiko not even here.
She's always the most talkative one among us.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now.
Oh, okay.
Himiko.
That Himiko expression reminds me of the have you ever seen this like reaction image where it's like a SpongeBob character looking into a toilet disappointedly?
Yeah.
100% those vibes.
Irritable bowel
that's Tenko's
syndrome.
body.
It's a white sheet we use for the seance. This is placed on top of the cage. He was the one who removed it.
They really want us to fucking remember that. This cloth is pretty thick.
Line to blow your nose to.
It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back... Look, there's a bloodstain on it, right around the middle of the sheet.
But no holes in the fabric. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through the cloth.
She was stabbed underneath the cloth.
Okay. I mean, we already kind of knew that, but yeah. Here's a stupid heavy-ass dog statue. It's a wooden dog statue used in the seance.
You know what? I think that they have the same killer. I think that what happened is the killer heard they were going to do this seance, and then was like, oh shit, if they talk to Anji, they'll know that I killed Anji, because Anji will tell them that I killed her.
Yeah.
And so, just in case the seance worked, they panicked and ran under this room and stabbed up into the center.
That's like
That's what I think.
the
With
most
that theory,
logical theory.
they'd
But-
have to be a believer that this was gonna actually work.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but if there was like a 1% chance, like...
Would they
I
kill
could see
someone
a
over a
little-
1% chance?
I mean, if it's life or death for you, you might.
I mean, if you've already killed one person, you know.
That's the thing, right? You've already divorced yourself from like because if you're trying to graduate, you know, you're fine with sentencing everyone to death, anyways.
Yeah. Fair enough. That does imply that they have the ability to stand underneath the floorboards and stab up. Which,
I mean,
for all
maybe-
we know, that could be like 6 feet, which would absolutely limit out a certain somebody's ability to stand up. Because we know he's short, and also he can't lift things up windows, and, no.
Oh, you're talking about Kokichi? I think the thing that's more important about that is the fact that he was like in the room.
Doing the sounds. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. He didn't do it.
Also, you could have brought it like a step stool
Ah, shit. Well, a step ladder or a step stool. There's a big difference.
or a ladder.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, I think that's the most logical answer. But the fact that they paid specific attention to the fact that there might be 2 killers,
I think that was.
it could be another accomplice situation.
I think it's a fake out.
It could be. Absolutely.
I love listening to you theorize.
During the seance, this wooden cage was on top of the cage. This wooden dog was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it.
This wooden statue is pretty
If I
heavy.
remember correctly.
He said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
No, it isn't. What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother?
Okay, I'm sorry, Maki. Don't bother. Okay, jeez, alright, okay. What?
You forget.
You never see that face on him.
You forget. This is the Danganronpa universe. That is the one two girls in this universe.
Yeah, it's really.
There are
I
2
know,
girl
we talk about-
personalities in
we
the
talk about,
Danganronpa
like,
universe.
we talk about,
Horny
like,
as
oh,
fuck
could-
or
We
degenerate
talk about
male.
if like, oh, can Kokichi like lift the like drag the body up the wall? We should be talking about how every girl in this fucking game is like 90 pounds. It's ridiculous.
Well, okay.
I'm-
I mean, he is also 90 pounds.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. Anyway,
Is this?
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. That doesn't sound like you were kidding earlier. Have you ever lifted a woman, Shuichi? Go ahead, try it. She like steps in front of him. Come on, fucking try it. It's like, okay.
I feel like they wanted to have a bit where Maki says that to him, and they were like, "Oh, how can we make the lead up to this?" And then they're
Without like
"I know."
ruining her character and making her like every other Danganronpa girl.
Yeah, and also without making like Shuichi be weird, right? And it's like,
No,
'cause
just stop.
I feel like that's not a thing that a detective would say, even if it's right. It's weird.
Yeah.
Candles hung on the wall. They're the only source of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness?
Night vision goggles, all over again, baby.
You know, I think Shuichi's like neurodivergent and like ADD. So he probably like said that without thinking about what he was saying. It's like,
I think we established that like everyone in the game is, right?
yes. So, you know, can't fault him for that.
Oh, and then the mastermind is the one neurotypical among them.
Neurotypical phobes. Gosh.
Who would that be though?
Tsumugi. She's perfectly normal.
She is so hyper fixated on so much anime. All right, come on.
Kibo.
He's a robot.
He is a robot, but he's very neurotypical.
He's a neurotypical. No, he gets bullied.
You could be neurotypical and bullied. What?
What?
You can be.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, but the demographics, you know, it's more likely.
The reason it's more likely is mostly because there's like a higher number of people who are neurotypical to neuroatypical and divergent. So hypothetically, in a world where literally everyone is neurodivergent except this one guy, yeah, it makes sense. They're literally bullying the straight man because he's like boring and also just like a shitty robot. So
He's
they're
not
like,
boring. He has fucking high beams on. That's awesome.
yeah, everyone's
Also,
making fun of him
just
because he doesn't like
Kokichi.
shoot out
It's
missiles.
Just Kokichi that's bullying him, right?
Yeah, and Kokichi is definitely neurotypical.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I can neurotypical Kokichi. Who do you kin? Neurotypical?
Do we,
Wow.
like look at check the magic circle?
We also didn't look at the
right,
body.
and the body. Yeah.
I always do that last. It's a magic circle Kyodri on the floor. Well, at least it was. It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable. Did anyone take a picture of the ghost that wandered through?
Well,
Was this drawn with salt?
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
I've performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my bot.
right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions.
Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
What?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo?
He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense.
You know what I like about this game, as opposed to Ace Attorney Investigations, is that we're never sitting here having clicked on everything like, Do we have to do a logic? Oh, there's like
Yeah.
5 of them. Oh, we're out of health.
This streamlines a lot of the gameplay and makes it more fun. I do think that Danganronpa is more fun than Ace Attorney as a
Yeah,
game.
for sure.
But the story in Ace Attorney is almost always better.
Yeah. I told Allie about what happened with like the the main thing we were investigating last night, and she
Yeah.
was just like mouth agape, like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's just 2 presidents, spoilers.
Do what?
Presidents.
Hmm.
A rock! There's a rock next to Tenko's body, this must be. Please rest your forehead upon the stone marker I've placed here. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work? Certainly. It's merely needed as a marker for a forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
Tenko had her forehead on this rock hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. Okay. Gonta is fucking floating, alright?
Yeah.
Look at that
Yeah.
spooky boy.
I forgot he doesn't have socks or shoes.
Yeah, he wanders around like a
God,
wolfman.
his feet are probably so salty.
Not as salty as I am. Hey. This is a cage used in the seance.
This
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Great Yu-Gi-Oh card, by the way. No, it's actually bad. Big enough for a person to fit inside. It's just shitty wall of revealing light.
It really is.
During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. He was supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
hey,
With her magic superhuman strength.
Hey, look at this.
is this
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
Yes, I imagine so. This splatter must have been made when she was
what
killed.
do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Sure enough. I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance.
Why are they drilling this in? We know.
When this cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
Huh. Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility. She might have been knocked out, and that was the thunk, and then stabbed.
Yeah, that's true.
You haven't
but-
examined the floorboard yet.
Yeah.
Tenko's dead body, she took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. Only injury, huh? Alright. This wound is fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear her scream during the seance. Wait.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
What do you mean?
what's the point?
You were concerned about that, right? With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die.
You're, speaking from experience, aren't you?
That's obvious.
Of course, quick deaths are my specialty.
Well then, that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is...
You want to
what was
die
she killed
quickly?
with? I don't see a murder weapon around.
You're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon either. That could be a clue.
Unless it's on the bone meat.
Meat on the bone?
No, that's ridiculous.
Maki, you played Danganronpa 2? That instantly makes you less attractive. You also played Danganronpa 2! Yeah, well, you know. I have standards. Ah, this floorboard's loose. And it's the one right under Tenko.
why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly,
It wasn't like this before. Must have come loose during the seance.
Why would it come loose during the seance?
but
Floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. And someone must have loosened it on purpose.
What if it's Rantaro?
Yeah, we were saying that it's very possible that someone could have been resurrected and been running around killing shit. Fucking Magneto over here.
Did we look at everything? Do you?
Inactivate investigation vision. That thing in the back.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There's a small opening in the corner of this room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still, that is where Himiko was standing. Just noting.
Is this?
A hole? Looks like there's space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
Huh?
What? Something dropped down there. Was something dropped down from here?
Hey,
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
Right, let's
that
do it.
way.
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light? They just turn to Kibo.
I have a flashlight.
That's true.
Just bring a candle. With Kibo's light from up here, they should be fine.
Okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove the floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. And we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
My nose really decided to act up. Yeah. It was blue blood for a second. There's an alternate universe where we had blue blood instead. Ooh, it's a ghost candle. It's also fucking huge.
I can't tell you what color the blood is in rain code because I haven't seen any yet.
There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood in the sickle's fresh. This is it. This is a murder weapon.
is this?
This is from my research lab.
It did.
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target, especially if they're wheat. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too.
Well.
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade's about 6 inches.
that's right.
And since Tenko is in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
But even if this is our murder weapon, how'd the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
Cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible.
Then her posture is the question.
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of these is possible. What if someone came to Himiko and was like, I know who killed them. It's Tenko. I know who
And
killed
still
Angie.
Angie.
And then Himiko was like, you fucking bastard. And then she killed Tenko.
Yeah, I mean, could have happened.
Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's.
Oh, the cut cross piece.
There's a blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood's dripping down. It's just under the same floorboard, just different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey,
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too.
You're right. There's a little bit of blood on the underside of the floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got
That's
killed?
true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure.
Okay.
But these blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Look at that. Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard's cut off.
It's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too.
Yeah, the precision behind that tells me that this was pre-planned.
Mm-hmm.
From what I can see of it.
That's true.
It wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. Should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. Question is why.
Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fit that this portion is missing.
Then,
So what purpose did this serve?
Floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose and the crosspiece supporting it's been cut. The culprit did all this, then why? This is like too perfect. This actually makes it more likely that Q did it.
Kia.
Because, like...
Oh, just because it's precise? I wouldn't say that.
How did they know where the fuck the circle was going to be drawn and what piece of the cross space was going to
Oh, wait, Kia. I thought you... okay. I thought that you said Kibo.
No,
because
no,
it
no.
was like a perfect 90-degree cut on the cross piece, and I was like, no.
No, no.
I think Kyo is the obvious answer, but maybe.
Some of the wood killed me. And corroded. As broken off so they can't see into the next room.
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part has rotted away.
It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room from here.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? IIRC. Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around on the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in here.
Then they could have used a light like we're doing right now.
True. He used a light to move around under the floor? Is that possible?
Is that alright?
Maki, you want to head back up?
Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust.
After Maki and I crawled back up from the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation. I like to eat dust.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. Are you sure that's wise?
What do you mean?
because
If Anji and Tenko have different killers, then the black end we need to vote for.
The culprit from the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Anji's?
Okay,
Yeah, of course.
but
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I mean, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths.
Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry.
This post sort of says, like, makes you go like, oh, that's cute. But it's also the post that's like, her going, I want to fucking strangle something.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
I love how, like, awkward her poses are.
Yeah,
It's endearing.
neurodivergent.
Yeah, exactly.
When I came into the hallway, it seemed more surprising than I could have ever imagined
A
unfolded.
third death! Oh.
No, it's just him faking.
Yeah, he's faking it. He's just, yeah, no fucking shot.
Alright, listen.
That's really funny, though.
Did
I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror?
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
You stepped through a floorboard.
so mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
I thought he, like, just lacerated his forehead just to fuck with us. If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bad luck.
Catch me, Shuichi.
Can you take
Seeing
in a
that
room?
scene really made me love him even more.
The cross piece was gone, does that mean?
huh?
Sorry, I'm bored of this shit.
Dreams! That's what the killing game is all about! Killing fans! Hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes! Baseball, soccer, mobile games!
I only play mobile games.
They're all nothing compared to the killing game! The killing game
Monokuma, are you like fucking self-jerking off? What are you doing here?
Behold, students, the entrance to the trial ground.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I guess time's up.
Oh man, it's because of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something.
What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to re-research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Q perfectly reenacted the seance as to what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle in the same exact way as in the picture.
Thank God we don't have to recognize that, like, I don't know, this fucking, like, squiggly line here is actually different somehow from, like, the real thing.
Yeah.
Not only that, he used the same exact tools, too. Nothing suspicious about the whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later.
Is he going to be okay during the trial?
At the class trials, so see you there.
I've had a head wound before, and it's not fun. It wasn't
Oh,
that
yeah,
bad.
no.
But I just remember, like, I bled all over the fucking room. I sat down, and, you know, someone's like, hey, if you're thirsty, like, here's some orange juice you should, like, drink up. And I was like, oh, I'm not thirsty. And then I grabbed it, and I chugged the entire fucking jug.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Head wounds are fun. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Oh, that bloody Kokichi.
I was thinking that too.
Let's go, too.
Ellipses. Yeah, okay.
Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes.
What are you staring at? Do you want to die?
I'm currently staring at that level 73, and I think a round number 74 would actually be a lot better, but unfortunately
Do you
that
want to
would...
die?
You might get it by talking to everyone before the class trial.
Probably not. The experience gain is quite low at this point.
Can you fast travel?
Yeah, but it's more thematic to walk.
Not really.
He's trying to get that 74.
At least I'm walking towards the objective. You can't say I'm not, like...
But
not.
I mean, like... But you know, if there's a fast travel and you're not using it...
There's an
still,
achievement for running a certain number of miles in-game.
You'll probably get it anyways!
I also made that up. I have no idea if that's actually an achievement or not.
It's not.
Then what? Then like, if we're just lying here, you know I'm right. And that's how far you have to go to.
That is absolutely that's
The
accurate.
achievement I'm getting, Ross, is the lying achievement. Lie in every class trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you know. So we're gonna have one more thing to get.
In the class trial. That's right.
Yeah, one more Monokuma doll.
Yeah.
But I'm also gonna have to be an expert liar. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting 74.
If you're 1 point off from a skill you really need, I'll be surprised.
It's like yet again, awkward number. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Less friends mean it much harder to solve mystery. Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I wanted you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaido idiot level. Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
More importantly, you okay, Kaido?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But wow, Maki Rule sure does pull... Bleh. Maki Rule sure does pack a punch.
Do not call me Maki Roll.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
booyah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, become less likable.
Resting
That's not true. Did you see my support with my hangout with Shuichi? I became very likable. Atua, please lend us your power.
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Anji, whom Atua loved most of us all. She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
Guess you got that blood all off you.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I met Anji, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
How long are you gonna say that for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Yeah, the trial this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
His trap.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Right already.
No, he didn't. Yeah, there's no way.
It's Shuichi's.
Shuichi, say something.
What should I say?
That I'm right?
This conversation is going nowhere. Why did the seance fail? I never did figure out why. I see that he's more interested in that than the case.
This trial is gonna be rough since I couldn't do any investigating.
Cock.
I loved Tenko so much since the moment we met.
Shut up!
Shut up. Nothing is gonna be solved by crying about it.
Besides, that was a lie, wasn't it?
Yep, you guys have me figured out already, so there's no point in keeping up the act.
Kokichi never changes, no matter what situation he's in.
Try using your brain so I don't have to. My golden brain cells are a gift to the entire world. My dialogue got reused already.
Please wait.
Pooichi.
It's true. Although do I not know if it can be attributed to God per se, I can hear an inner voice guiding me when I don't know what to do.
I think the saddest thing about Angie dying is now when we go on the elevator, we won't see her with her hands behind her back and like sort of like, ooh, like leaning forward.
I can't explain why, but I believe that voice will lead me to hope as long as I listen to it.
Shut up! Why the fuck is a robot talking about God anyway? It's unseemly.
You're so dumb.
Inner voice is probably just a radio or something, like in taxis and stuff.
That is
Or its
not
alter
funny.
ego again.
It was unwise of me to confide in you all.
Gont.
Gunter do his best to help.
So in the end, the culprit really was... No, it's nothing. We can talk about it once the trial starts.
I'm not gonna say anything during the trial. What's the difference?
Tua and Ghost don't matter right now. The culprit is among us.
The fucking ellipses before saying it.
Yeah.
It's a monitor.
Usually it doesn't faze me when they say it, but the fucking pause.
It just does like a bunch of transitions, like.
If that was like, yeah, I was gonna say, if that was like a Jaden or Ross line, I would have like gotten the soundboard up, and then the second that you said it, I would have been like,
Yeah.
Yours is
This
quiet.
motherfucker is floating again. Dude,
I
he
keep
totally
the
did it.
sound-
He's a ghost. He's a ghost. He totally did
I
it.
keep the soundboard quiet because I'd rather it be too quiet than too loud.
Look, everyone else is standing on the ball of their heels, but this fucker is just floating.
Okay, I mean, yeah, he is.
Anyway.
They'll all rotate towards you when you look at them from any angle.
Yeah.
Smashy. Has this changed every single time or no?
No, it's the same, I think.
Okay. As usual, we walk towards the elevator in silence. As soon as the remaining survivors stepped on board. Get on board! No Rosebud.
Time for a class trial.
We descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side. The bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now.
Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Monodem sad.
I will fucking kill
Ellipses.
all of you.
As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth,
Now then,
let's hurry up and get this started.
extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content.
The third class trial was about to begin. Angie Inaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. Then Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. That's her epitaph, huh?
Yeah, right?
The two
She had,
who were
like,
killed.
She had a lot of, like, really good fucking character growth and character moments at the end.
She
there,
hated
but-
men, but she hated the killing game more. It's like, no shit. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing.
I forgot that Himiko's flossing.
And who was the one
Yeah.
who killed them? Was it one person? They're all still alive on this panel. Two different
Yeah.
people.
What does it mean?
We need to pin that down in this class trial. Kokichi's doing like jazz hands.
Yeah.
In
Look
order
at
to
me,
live.
Shuichi.
We have
I
to
am
find
innocent.
the truth. I'm bleeding to death.
This is my innocent and bleeding to death dance.
And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Yeah.
No. I gotta get back to level 74.
I don't care. Alright. Let's check our skills. We have 11 extra points. So was this garbage that she gave us? Delusion or something like that? The fuck was it?
Mew gave you...
XXX.
Right.
Ray goggles.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not good.
Actually, this
It'll
is new.
Yeah, it is. It's what
That's
Mew
what-
gave you.
That's what Mia gave.
Oh, wait. Which one's Imagination Excavation? Is that the thing where you're breaking the blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's also where the hidden Monokuma is in this trial.
So, that's actually kind of useful, though.
It's useful, but the thing is that, like, it happens one time the entire trial.
Yeah, that's
Or
fair.
does it?
Most likely one time.
Undo Troyes. No.
God, it would have been really funny if I saw that Kokichi death image, like, as an air quote spoiler, ahead of time.
Charisma would be nice. That would be really nice.
You can set it because you already have it. Trigger Happy Havoc.
Bless you.
3 points. If I had 4, I could
got
equip
a
something else.
Big old bag of Twizzlers. So
If only we had one more point.
don't look at me.
I did want to get this. But it's kind of a meme anyway, so it doesn't matter.
The chance that missing out on one skill lowers your grade in the trial is so low.
Yeah. In an attempt to resurrect the dead, Angie's killed during a seance in search for answers.
Tenko is
Tenko.
killed.
Is killed. I wish this could be sped up.
Are
They really did
the
say in
two
chapter 3 we're gonna kill the one person with dark
related?
skin and the one person who is queer. They really did that.
You don't know.
The one who's
You're
open-
telling me that fucking Kokichi isn't queer?
Listen, there's a difference between like what the author intends and what is apparent to everyone playing. All right.
Hey, you didn't get 5 friendship fragments with Tenko. You don't know. You would have gotten her underwear at the end of it.
Let's begin
What does it mean
with
she's
the-
not queer?
Forgot to save. Forgot to click on the correct button. There we go. That's not the right button either. There we go. I did it finally.
basic explanation of the class trial.
Alright,
Finish
which
this off,
kid do you
Monica.
think is
During the
dying?
trial, you'll present your arguments for who
I can
the
see
culprit
Monodam.
is and vote for who
I feel like
doesn't.
they've got his mileage, right?
Vote correctly, and only the
He's gonna kill Monofani.
But if you pick the
Because she made the one comment about liking Dad and how much better he is than Monodam. Monodam is getting very jealous. He's gonna kill Monofani.
Also,
Could be.
refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote.
Unless Monodam pulls a, hey, they did it, so I'll do it too, and kills both.
Trials, everyone.
Yeah, could be some subversion
Let's
there.
get this crazy awesome trial underway.
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
Wow.
Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman.
Ooh, Spaceman.
I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Magic.
Yo, she's talked.
Angie and Tenko.
Oh, she's turning on the magic.
Hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
So, our other culprit.
That is such a
might
fucking
not be
neurodivergent
one of
pose.
us
Holy shit.
here.
Do y'all ever do that?
No.
No.
Alright.
The
Do you?
transfer
Yeah.
student.
I'll just be walking around and I'll just
Maybe
be
our
doing that
resurrected
and not even
transfer
realize.
student Dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop
You
it!
can't
I
escape
feel like
from
I have
this
other
song.
neurodivergent poses, but yeah, that's
Say
fair.
something, Shuichi.
You're not escaping from this song.
This keeps going on.
Why
Also,
me?
also, by the way, couldn't have been the
Is it even
resurrected
possible
thing
for a revived
because
corpse to be the culprit?
Necronomicon hasn't been burnt to ashes yet.
Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear up things here. Yeah, where's the Necronomicon? There we go.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased.
Oh, can I, like, lie here?
Wife and killed 2 of our
No.
classmates.
Okay.
No! So, ritual did work? That's wrong!
Good start.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
But it wasn't burned. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
My only thing is, like, what would Monokuma have done if they did this
Angie's
and no
ritual
one
had
was killed?
succeeded. The book would have been gone.
God damn!
She must have been
That
killed
sucks.
before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
No neurodivergent poses in this courtroom.
Duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand.
What if there was a second Necronomicon?
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
We'll have to try that later.
Come on, kid, right?
Man, I can't
feel like they have
believe
to.
You guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Okay, maybe Monotaro's gonna die.
Resurrecting the dead was
They're both trying to win the Dead Award.
There's
Now
no
that
way
he's
it's
back.
possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
Yeah.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Just to look at the pose.
Who did it? Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Why?
'Cause I said so.
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
That's never been proven wrong before.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. Went to the classroom, broke in.
Broke in.
Get the fuck out of Angie! Booyah! I'm a fucking genius!
That's my girlfriend.
The culprit
I
used
think
a
it's
katana to kill
lockpicking
Angie.
on Broken.
And it was
Yeah.
found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone.
I
could
do
have taken
actually
the
really
katana,
like her
you see.
VA.
So that rusty
Yeah.
katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shitty worm. You went to the classroom.
No.
Whether Kyo had a key or not, Anji still would have let him into her lab. And from there he could have pinned her down and murdered her just like that.
I made a
The
mistake.
culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Oh,
It's
what's
because
the-
it's
what's the
because
music out?
only student council people can enter.
Oh, well, there you go.
And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken.
Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom.
There we go.
That's wrong.
But why?
Be wheel.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab.
That's impossible.
Yeah, before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council.
See, that to me is also a neurodivergent pose, and that's one I do.
Not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
I do that one.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer.
Oh,
Can't
bit.
believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
Ow, okay.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Samugi, and Himiko.
I don't know.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
Believe in the you that believes in me.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Samugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack.
That's rude.
I will let that
Unnecessary.
remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
What else? The culprit should
Have we already commented on the fact that the robot is
or Samugi? Well,
it's fucking what's his name? John Young Bosch.
No, not Gonta. Gonta
Probably.
would never kill Angie.
He's you, Narukami.
Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Except he
Gonta
isn't.
definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta
Johnny Young
can't
Bosch
help
was
it.
Rantaro Ross.
I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Who the hell's Kipo then?
Gonta not
Lucian Dodge.
Oh, Lucian. Okay.
He's also the main character for Yuma in Rain Code. Boom.
All wraps back.
We must
Backdoor
consider
lines.
other
Gentlemen.
possibilities. Surely there must be suspects
Gentlemen,
outside the
not
student
betray
council.
student council.
Yep.
And
That's utterly impossible.
Last night?
A dead chick
Not just
can't be
any
the
of
culprit.
Why?
I think I have to agree.
Council members had access.
Oh, lockpicking there, right?
I heard it.
Yep.
The second I saw that fucking asshole talk, I'm like, oh yeah, I wonder who's gonna be lying this time.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them in the keyhole of the lock.
Click. Click. Click.
Black.
Black. There! Open sesame!
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend
I'm
you
gonna
don't
hurl.
remember, huh?
Keep
I love
Okay.
him so much.
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
He never lies.
I picked the lock to
I've
lab,
never seen
snuck into the
Kokichi
room,
lie
and then
before.
Wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Is this some kind of twisted joke?
No joke.
Is this
I
some
thought
kind
that
of
if I
twisted
confessed, I
thread?
could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's like Jester
He's
in
lying.
Town of
I'm
Salem.
certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, That doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
It's not that kind of lock.
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
He just starts shouting.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was...
The back door.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because of the stupid method in which it was locked.
That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
Known as Mew. Hey, what the fuck?
The tool that the culprit used to lock the sliding door from outside was...
But can you spell the word blade?
Yeah.
The hidden Monokuma should be in this one.
Oh no, this is the image one. Okay.
Yeah. I told you there was more than one in this class trial, Em.
You didn't tell me that. You just said, is there?
But yeah, Ross, the hidden Monokuma is going to be in, I think, one of the corners, according to the thing. Or, you know, the guide lied.
I don't see this shit. Is it like literally the corner?
I mean, try it.
Oh,
There it is.
Alright, where's the stupid knife? There it is.
That's the... Is that the katana?
Yeah, I mean, or it's the sheath. I don't know.
No,
if it
yeah,
counts.
that's not the katana.
That's a pipe? Okay.
Yeah, it's to the right. You see that thing there? Oh,
I
think
see.
that's it.
Man, if only I had the XXX ray vision goggles, I could have gotten.
Right?
Such a good power.
It really is. Underrated.
I could probably do like this, and this, and this, then this, then that, and I fucked that royally up. Oh, brother. Pick the fucking sword.
Clear!
Ow.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
Pretty clever.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit
I'm surprised we're getting this out of the way this early.
leaf rubbed off on it.
Mm-hmm.
The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
It basically becomes Tenko's trial.
Specifically,
And fuck Angie.
Youch.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Wait, what was the line?
Anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh, rings a bell, a school bell.
Oh.
This is a dumb joke.
Let's not dwell on the past.
I thought they were making a previous game joke.
Landed on the
I mean, they
sliding
might be,
lock
but
when the katana
it's
touched it.
very, like, not
So that
well
means
done.
the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it?
Is this classroom trial different than the other two?
No.
Like, was the background changed?
The clue
I think it's
that
the
might
same.
give us the answer.
The other one's
Layout of
changed.
The area itself.
It might be the glass panes.
It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
If Kokichi
Angie
really
didn't do
did
that as
go in
part of
there
the
and hang
ritual?
those, it's big brain of him to pretend
No.
he didn't
Nowhere in the
know how the door
Necronomicon
was
did it
locked.
say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not
Yes.
part of the ritual, then it must have been for.
But he's also kind of braggadocious, so he might just say it anyway.
Yeah.
A different purpose, what could that have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If we do it that the way, the culprit locked the door room, that should become clear.
Did you equip the fast car?
No, unfortunately.
Gotcha. That means I have time to refill my water.
Plenty of time.
Go!
No, you haven't hit any women yet, so it doesn't go good.
Can't wait for it, though. It's my favorite part.
I love driving at 100 miles, over 200 miles an hour on the highway.
No, this is 180 kilometers, so, you know, isn't that
Even-
crazy. Ah, shit. I turned the handle of the sliding lock.
Thinking time.
What did it, Jaden? The katana hilt or the effigy's hand?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah!
Now we're going 207 kilometers.
I am fucking speed. I forgot that there is time slowing in this mode. This is definitely a reference to Outrun, though, which is pretty cool. Just playing that in Yak. Specifically Yak 1. Or was it Yak 0? Shit, it might have been Yak 0. Oops. You didn't see that.
But I still think Peak was the surfer.
All was done to make the katana turn the lock.
Speed.
Stay on the road, please. I can't control that. Alright, there we go.
Thinking time. Good!
So, what was the first thing I missed out?
The katana hilt. What?
Was used to open the door.
Okay.
Next question. What the fuck is Shuichi doing? He's just been standing there blank-faced for like 5 minutes.
So
He's driving a
Murder
taxi
Sonic
in
the
his
Hedgehog,
mind.
Whenever they ask you like a question, like they have you play a little 2D Sonic minigame, and the lore reason for it is that the like pro tag that you're playing is just like, well, what would Sonic do? And then he just imagines Sonic jumping over a bunch of rings, and then he's like, aha, I got it.
Aw, man.
Well, now you get to see Angie.
Is that also Himiko and Tenko on there?
It's like the student council image.
How was the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock?
Thinking time. Bean!
Speed! Good! Oh boy, alright.
The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy
Yeah.
was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
Beep. Eep. Eep. Eep.
Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way.
Everyone's like, Shuichi, you definitely did this. No one's crazy enough to think of this shit.
It seems like pretty basic to me.
Shuichi, are you just trying to, like,
Emily literally guessed it as soon as she saw the rope.
Yeah, well, how many times has she murdered fucking her own girlfriend? So, you know.
That's true.
This is probably, she's probably done this at least 2 or 3 times.
No.
This would cause the spinning katana.
Allie, blink twice if you're dead.
She did.
Thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with a katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
Why not?
That's what the spin force is for.
Push could move it.
Incoming Milan in 3,
As long
2.
as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
Correct.
I didn't say that.
In any case,
But I implied it.
the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Oh, why?
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Cat. Yak.
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
I feel like they don't kill him this early, but it would be really funny if he really was the culprit. And
I also blow you up with my magic.
But I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
Because it's funny.
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
It's all fucking Suichi's fault.
It must be Shuichi that's the actual killer.
You and your fucking lies. Go sit in the corner and play with yourself.
Okay, I'll start right now.
All right. So, who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What?
What's the matter? You going soft on
Okay,
me now?
okay, the joke died immediately, but
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
You filthy cum dumpster.
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone
okay, come on. Can she be the killer?
This is your girlfriend, Suichi?
This is my girlfriend. Everyone respect her.
Manifesting her as the killer.
We must focus not on the locked room.
She got exactly what she wanted, to be called that.
All the cum dumpster.
I don't like that for her. Not in the middle of the class trial was, 14 other people
Therefore, the
and their
culprit
ghosts
is
around.
among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of...
How much you want to bet that Among Us is the reason why we won't ever get a Danganronpa 4? They probably wrote the entire script, had a bunch of Among Us in it, and then they're just like, oh no. And it like depressed them so much that they just didn't.
No.
It's
I think
because they were
Danganronpa-
working on Raincode.
I think
Yeah,
Danganronpa
well.
4 is going to be an Among Us crossover.
I'd be okay with it.
I'll fucking kill you.
Never kill Angie.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the
I do want a Danganronpa 4 though, because especially after how this game ends.
You're a suspect too.
Hopefully they learn something from AI and Raincode.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect
I can't tell you how bad Raincode is yet. I'm still on chapter 1.
He's making up a new name of a group,
Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
including
We
you.
might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
Hi, I'm Kokichi and I'm a pathological liar.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Fucking just give us your alibi. Holy shit.
Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
What were you doing?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably
The answer's
plotting-
probably going to be sleeping at 2 a.m.
To die. I want to know what happened to Angie too, but
Fuck her. Let's talk about Tenko.
talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie.
I got you exactly where I wanted.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko.
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Half of his lines are just line spoken, like so shittily.
It's total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
He has a point.
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Face her death?
Himiko,
Here, I
I
missed
understand
some
what
dialogue
you're going through.
from Lipping.
How much dialogue did you miss?
Kaito interrupted her, and then it immediately cut out.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah.
I understand what you're going through. Let's help you out. Let's work together.
So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito! Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless.
Miyu, say it.
The name of the curse is... Death Curse! Suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death.
Which will inevitably lead us to the bottom of
Not just to
Angie's.
survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on.
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious. Tancrotch!
People who attended the seance. People who attended the seance were Korikyu, Shuichi, Himiko, and Kokichi.
Kibo was there.
That's it. It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
It was not Kibo.
Oh, right, no, right. he
Kibo got
booted.
kicked out.
That's right.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really
Me.
Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. Middle room's always best for stuff like this. Very well. I shall begin the preparations at once.
Oh, right.
Kokichi kind of proved that it doesn't matter which room, though, because you could kind of slide between them.
Not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
The door.
A point of entry from outside, you must be referring to this stupid wall slit. Is it there?
I think it's the floorboard.
Ow.
I don't know what you're talking about. You were able to go outside from the investigation area.
Everyone's staring at me. They think I'm a fraud. The floorboard and her Tenko were loose. The culprit might have gone on a floor downer.
Oh, that's not what they mean. Okay.
No, Ross had the right idea. He just hit the wrong area.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay. So it's like the floor you want to hit?
Oh, that's stupid.
There!
Whatever. Yeah, fuck me, I guess. Alright.
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Under the floorboard.
Huh? Under the floor?
Because it had the whole section that was actually outside.
Under the floor, a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
Kiba.
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Don't touch my fucking shoulder. Do we have a lie here, Jaden?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Oh, guess that was a crash.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Good time for Discord to crash. Thank you, Discord, for crashing.
Hey, welcome back.
There's Ross.
Yeah.
You see, our villain.
So don't
Uh,
hit it. Don't
Don't
shoot
hit
anything yet.
anything.
Candle?
There's a lie here.
There is a lie.
Kibo's flashlight function.
Also, I have no idea what
Now, hold on a
anything's
second.
going on.
Nice. How long have you crashed for?
Oh, since before this fucking started. And it wasn't me, it was you.
Ah,
I said,
You
Nice.
died at
hold on a
the
second.
hole.
He used his robot functions
Nice.
to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
it's true that with a little light, you can move around on the floor. This is basically Kyo.
Can you get a list of the text from before, like the history
The
from
culprit
before?
sneaked
No.
in during the
Never mind.
seance.
What happened is, everyone was like, hey, there's a hole down there, and that proves that there is one more suspect it could have been. And then Koriki is like, I will shine a light on everything. And then it's basically him and everyone else saying it was Kibo.
By crawling
Would you like to know your lie?
But it was pitch black.
I'll try and figure it out.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight.
You could lie to Candle with hole in the corner, maybe?
Now, hold on a second.
Why?
I don't know, you
No.
could say like light came in through? No? Okay.
Kibo could have.
We had a light with the caged child. No.
No.
Use that. That function.
I don't think there's any lie I can make with this.
That is what you use to make a lie.
And sneak into the empty room
How?
during the seance.
I said, hold on a second.
He used his robot functions
You
to
could
commit
lie
murders.
and say that you
Hold on a second.
saw light or something? I don't know.
The culprit
Hmm.
sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see,
No. I deny my entire theory the way your evidence is lacking. Nuts.
the culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
Floor.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
You mean candle?
God fucking damn it.
I was wrong.
I was
The
wrong.
culprit
Sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Had a light.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? No, hold on a second. Kibo could have used that.
I always
The
feel
correct answer was our villain had a light hole in the corner. We would have seen the light.
I see.
Mew, you gave Kibo his flashlight function, correct? Did you not notice?
Gaslight
I
King.
didn't notice what.
It's hard to believe that Kibo's the culprit in this case. It's even harder to believe that the child isn't manipulated by someone. So even if I have to lie, I need to defend
The
Kibo.
drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, even Kibo can't see when it's turned on.
I see. That bright, huh? Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake.
And you get to gaslight your girlfriend.
You make mistakes a lot.
I love doing that.
Hey! If you're gonna fuck me in front of everyone, at least buy me dinner first!
We're gonna have conversations like that a lot, aren't we?
Doesn't matter how
Neil.
bright the area is. He couldn't have like that. So Kibo couldn't have been underneath the floor.
Is that true, Kibo? Is what Shuichi said true?
No.
No, he's lying.
Come on, Kibo, please play along. Kibo!
Well, I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. Really, I'm sorry.
Ah, we get it already. Just turn it off. We're gonna go blind.
You don't remember? What does that even mean?
Well, Shuichi, trying to make a fool out of me, huh?
I don't have to try that hard.
Put on some makeup, cause I want to at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me.
Shuichi, I'm so sorry.
Stop flashing me.
Damn, that is seriously bright.
Wouldn't the light have shined through the gaps of the floorboard if it had been this bright?
Okay, thanks, Doc. Good to know you can bring us back on fucking board.
Yes. The culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even Kibo.
Oh, they couldn't have?
That lie was literally you just, like, being more stupid than the actual answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in, remember? If someone had a light under the floor, it would have leaked through.
But when we did the seance, I'm pretty sure the room was pitch black.
That's right. We didn't see anything, so the culprit couldn't have used a light.
And just because I have a built-in
Did you bring a
flashlight
light?
function does not
No.
mean I am the culprit. I see. That was a flaw in my theory.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Stop fucking flashing us.
With the flashlight, it's way too bright.
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
Okay, that's
That
a
would let the culprit find her.
second
Then
game
they could
reference.
stab her through the floorboards.
Yep.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her
Nice.
corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads...
I just realized that Angie's painting has like an angel halo and wings painted on her.
What other issue?
Perhaps first, We should figure out.
Oh, maybe it's because
No,
like there's a difference between like blackened and killed. So I haven't seen Kaede. No, Kaede also has an X. Okay, no, she just has weird shit.
Tanko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
It's
The
impossible.
culprit killed her before
It's
she went under
magic.
Oh, so you're saying you did it?
Possible.
No.
She was alive at that point.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
It's over!
Yes.
Tenko!
She was unmistakably alive when
The
seance
boogie.
began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads. Huh?
Thanks for the help.
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Okay. My girlfriend, everybody.
When Tenko
Should we
got
stop
killed,
calling her that?
it wasn't during the seance.
She's paying me every time I say it.
Could have been done at any other time.
No, I'm not.
She was under the cage the whole time. She was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Like that.
When
Please
Cage
stop.
lifted, culprit stabbed Tanko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Why?
So who lifted the
Why?
cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the
Why?
culprit.
I mean, that's probably what you object to.
Tenko not being killed during the seance. That might be impossible, but there's no evidence for it.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
Probably something to do with like how,
Done at any other time.
yeah.
She was under the cage the whole time.
Oh, because of the weight sheet didn't have any slits through it.
Oh, right.
But no hole in the fabric. Yep.
And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage lifted?
Like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tanko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Why are you doing this to us?
Obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no doubt.
I think that's what you were supposed to shoot at, right?
The white sheet there?
When Tenko
No,
got
the
killed,
yeah, right. Because
it
she
wasn't
can't be the
during
culprit.
seance.
Oh no, because they're saying when she lifted the
Not
cage.
have been
Yeah.
done at any other time.
Oh, but the white. It's white sheet on when Gonta says when the cage was lifted because the blood splatter proves it
Yeah.
was before that point.
What about moment Cage was
Bang.
wrong?
Almost made it a lie.
Wrong.
Let's stop you right there. We're not going to let her start preing.
It wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted.
I'm gonna fucking pre.
Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood
I'm
on it.
gonna fucking pre.
Yeah, Miu says that all the
That
time.
cloth was
I'm
removed
gonna
before
hug
the
my
cage was
cat.
lifted.
That's wholesome.
Tenko was stabbed in. There
Get
wouldn't
over
be
here,
blood on the
cat.
cloth.
You're being hugged now.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here.
Okay, never mind. Alright, whatever. I have to fight my own girlfriend? Goodness.
It's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Okay. Because I said so.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out. Tenko died after the set. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
Pink.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit.
Oh, I can make a live blade?
No.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
But the iron cage.
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps.
Maybe
In
it's
which
the
case,
marker
the
stone,
person who
if that
lifted the
talks
sheet
about
is
the
and that's
position she
none
was
other
in.
than Kyo.
Because she said neck exposed, which doesn't seem accurate.
The blade's all you need.
Well, the back of her neck was
If you
exposed.
stick the blade through a gap
Yeah.
in the cage,
Was she attacked
be
to the
long
back of
enough
her
to
neck
reach
though? I don't
Tenko.
think it was.
sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Shit. Wrong one.
I was wrong.
I was
I
wrong.
was wrong.
Blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage,
Good thing because I missed the
it'd
V.
be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck exposed.
Wrong one.
I think it's.
Oh no.
It's not the rock.
Blade's all you need.
It's a sickle under the floor, I think.
You stick the blade
Well, that's
through
the
a gap in
murder
cage,
weapon.
Marker stone?
it'd be long
Yeah,
enough
like
to
the thing
reach
I said.
Tenko.
Ah.
Sitting in there with her neck.
There's the V cut.
I'll cut through your words.
Watch it be for a different reason than what I thought, but
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
Her head was on the marker stone.
She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I'm so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
See, now that's funny.
Yeah, no worries.
That's even funnier.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Banana robot.
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
Oh no, Kaito, close your ears.
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Us
Then
telling
explain
fucking
how the culprit
Hagakure
killed
in the
Tenko
first
under
game.
these impossible
The ghost didn't do
circumstances.
it.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
I mean, maybe it's a lead-in to her
No.
killing herself.
If there was
but-
someone else in the cage, we would have
I agree
noticed.
with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Dun, 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 dun. That's like such an Ace Attorney line.
Nonsense. There was no space.
She
in the
did
cage for the
talk
culprit
to
hide.
Himiko with a lot of finality,
Maybe the
right?
culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
Yeah.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any
But
time.
I feel like
I think you know what I'm getting at.
that'd be a weird way to go about killing yourself.
The they she's referring to.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
I feel like my mic has become less sensitive.
Hmm.
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out.
Hmm. She might have killed Anji and then
volunteered
felt
to be in the
bad
cage
about it when
and
she
then
saw how
stabbed herself
Himiko
during the
reacted.
seance.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
Which would still make only 2 victims.
Stabbed with was under
Or
the
2
floor,
dead people.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle
Or
still be inside
Himiko
the
killed
cage?
Angie. And she knows that she did, so she killed herself in order to distract everybody.
You actually said something smart.
Oh, interesting.
Angie did it in order to be like,
Floorboard was
here you go, Himiko. And
After
she's like,
stabbing
no.
herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
But the sickle was nowhere near that hole.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
If that's true, it's really
Because
early.
Tenko and Angie
to
were fighting for your attention.
zero
one.
in
right?
that.
That's why I think it's Himiko who killed Angie.
Or it could be a complete curveball. Hey Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
In a very convoluted way. That was pre-planned from the... Like, yeah, it's like way too planned in advance.
She was gonna kill herself.
Yeah.
Why do it during the seance?
That's the thing. Like, the wood being cut makes no fucking sense.
Suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
No.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
If I could choose the degenerate males to do that, then yeah, but...
Still,
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
what if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
A proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
After I play this fun minigame.
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said.
Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance.
She said see you guys after. I thought she had a sudden change of heart. Just because you don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that. If we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko.
Yeah, again, it's just like somebody would have had to have moved the site.
I'll make them all believe. Yeah. Is it lie time?
You have to lie, but it's not a back route.
Oh, interesting.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Oh, what's back of her neck? Interesting.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide... It would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces.
Everyone thinks that Tenko committed suicide, but only because they're latching onto the easiest answer. To get out of this, I need to make sure they think that suicide theory wouldn't work.
Suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
Might be hole in corner on the last thing.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
That might lead them to talk about where the scythe was.
Yeah.
brought the sickle. And then
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
It was
oh,
that
it's
one.
with the last of her strength. That's maybe Monokuma file last.
She dies immediately. Yeah.
she brought the sickle. And then
Finally, with the
And
last
I guess the lie is like.
Shit, wrong one. Fuck. I was supposed to hold it.
I was wrong.
I was wrong. I pressed the wrong button.
Her plan was to get with her. So she had true intention.
she's not that kind of person. Tenko did commit suicide. It would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the
Really interesting.
You got blocked. Oh, did you?
Damn it.
I did not get blocked.
So far, suicide.
Oh, yeah, you were just using the wrong bullet.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
I mean, there's so many steps here. Any of those could arbitrarily be something you lie about.
So she hid her true intention.
Maybe it's probably Tenko's last moments.
Oh, not enough to kill her
Yeah.
immediately. Okay, okay.
But you might be able to lie.
And say that it did kill her immediately.
Yeah. But I feel like Monokuma file should work for that.
Oh well.
I'll reveal the truth.
By lying.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
instantly.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
Maki just comes over and just like hits the shit out of you.
I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize.
This is like a reverse of Chapter 5 of the first game, or 6 or whatever.
No doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
The detective girl lies.
Yeah.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary.
Nah, seriously!
Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Do it for that smile.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Yeah. Get yourself a
Which
girl
means
who looks at you
someone
the way
definitely
Himiko
killed
looks when
Tenko
she's
during the
thinking about
seance.
Tenko.
Yep.
Her suicide.
Typically, when she does that, it's like, bleh.
How she was killed.
No, there must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance.
Well, there was one weird thing.
Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that'll help me solve this mystery.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect and yet it failed.
That's an agree, though.
Well, that didn't work.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed.
It's probably the sound. I mean, I don't know. Sound might be.
That's why I tried there and it didn't work.
But it's not there because that's an agree.
Oh, it's an agree. Gotcha.
We were all singing the song. I heard something fall.
Yeah, that's the.
God damn it.
I'm concerned about how dark it in there. I mean, it was totally. Relight the candles. Along the walls was seriously tough.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song,
What song?
I heard
Okay, I missed. Give me a sec. There we go.
I agree.
I agree. What an image.
What an image.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
It's so loud. What if that's the killer just being clumsy and falling through wood like Koichi or Kokichi did?
really hard.
Probably.
What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down.
And since it was a
right?
loud noise, going by Shuichi's logic, it can't be a girl.
Am I wrong? I thought
It'd have to be someone really heavy. Hey, wait a minute. Dun 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 dun. Actually, Gunther weighs the heaviest, but weighs the heaviest. Yes, Ross.
You know, actually, a lot of those girls have kind of normal weights. So
Yeah, I was noticing. Like for the most
so really
part,
the shit that Shuichi said before was just completely unfounded.
no. It's like,
But
oh,
it's
he said
not
about. He didn't say exactly. He
But
said
it's
about.
not like a girl thing, right? Like Kokichi's like.
He was like, he was thinking of like Angie girl.
Yeah, but that's just not two girls. It's just two specific girls. It's still a very weird line.
Oh, yeah, it's a very weird line, but you know, he's neurodivergent, so you know, it's you know.
It seemed like something hit the floorboards.
No, it's a very weird line. A loud sound, like something hitting the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other things that happened in the dark. Alright, where's our boy falling like a dumbass?
Forehead injury.
I missed it.
Yeah, it was at the bottom.
There we go.
Oh wait, that's Anji's forehead.
God damn it.
I think it's called like Kokichi's, not lockpicking, but like Kokichi's something, right?
It's not on here.
What are you
Oh,
looking
Bloody
for?
Kokichi, there it is.
Nope. Okay. So what was the question? What?
Oh.
Oh, I thought they were trying to say what was it like. I mean, probably the floorboard, right? Or maybe it's the cross beam or whatever it's called. Nope. Okay.
I was wrong.
I was wrong.
Maybe it is just the floorboard.
This is it.
Okay.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound.
Not gonna be a perfect trial, but oh well.
That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Could the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. It would have had to been a strong impact to make such a sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
What could it possibly be?
Alright then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Yeah.
We almost think.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the
Cross
sound,
piece.
there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
It might be the blood. Maybe somebody hit their
the
head.
wooden statue fell over. But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit
But why would it be dried compared to the other blood that was not dried?
stood up with such
If it's a
might.
smaller amount, it'll dry quickly.
But we already said
Does
there
it?
was no one under the floor.
Sure. If you have like a lot of, if you have a
stomped
big
through the
pool of
floorboard.
blood versus like a tiny pool of blood,
A floorboard
It's
that's
just
tiny's gonna dry
fucking
quickly.
thing spin.
God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Why are you so proud of that?
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floor.
I don't see anywhere where I could imply that they bumped their head with any of the lines that have been spoken.
Well, I think the blood is what implies it, right? The blood and the
That
noise.
wouldn't make such a
They hit
loud
their head
crashing
and bled a
sound.
little, right?
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that
I think it's
statue
agree
was
with
still
Gonzo on
top
that.
of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
So it's you think it's Gonta's thing?
A floorboard that
Because they stood up and hit their head.
dangerous.
I think so. I think it
I'm the
could
only
be.
one here who's staying on the ball.
I think somebody might have
With
gone
balls to
down
say that,
there
Mew.
to kill Tenko from under.
Me and Balls are the best of friends.
And whack
unless-
their head?
Yeah.
Alright.
So what made
Unless it's either that or it's somebody falling through like Kokichi
Someone who
did.
participated.
I think it was someone falling through like Kokichi did, right?
Maybe that person
It
tore
could
off the
be.
floorboard.
We don't have evidence that happened. We just know
wouldn't
that
make such
it
a
could
loud
happen.
crashing sound.
It supports the floorboard. So they fell through.
I guess if somebody made like a trap door.
That's what I was thinking happened, right? So maybe Tenko fell through, got stabbed by the person under the floorboards, and they shoved her back up there.
I don't think that. Well,
I guess then the blood would be down there.
yeah.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
culprit hide under floor? Then stood with such might.
No.
No, alright, I'm
I
wrong.
was wrong.
So what
I
made the
was
floorboard
wrong.
come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
I think it's Kokichi's thing.
Might.
How surreal.
But we already said there was no one on the floor.
Someone must have stomped.
There we go.
I agree.
Consent with Kokichi.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
So that was them sawing it. And then that fell.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right?
I don't think they did it.
They do that.
to
Yeah, I
bring
don't
the
think they
kill.
did it.
What did the culprit stand to gain?
I think
by
they did it
cutting
ahead
the
of time.
crosspiece?
They stand to gain. That's the question. To solve this case, I'll need to think carefully about the cross piece on the floorboard. Tenko's body was on one end of the loose floorboard. And the cross piece that had been cut off was on the other end of the floorboard.
Okay, they didn't show us this view before. This is helpful.
The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. One of the cross pieces was cut, the other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko. The other one was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was.
So they could have used that to go down intentionally?
What was the culprit attempt to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Come on, think.
Yeah, this one's a long one.
Did you just guess, or did you have an idea?
I think it's seeing. Alright, where's an eye?
Seeing medium? They wanted to see Tenko, or whoever the spirit medium was?
Yeah, something like that. Is there no eye? Hello?
But can you spell the word knife? I need a K.
There's
It's
no
this
eye.
fun game.
Hello?
There's no eye.
Oh. Seance? Is seance spelled with two E's?
No, it's not. Oh, seesaw.
Ah, okay. I thought that was an A. There we go. Pulley, I guess?
Maybe.
Winch. Wedge.
Is it that C?
No.
No. You saw a trap? That's not 6 letters. Is that an E? There are E's now. Jane, is this something that like is reasonable to get, or is it like the fucking rope thing with Karumi all over again?
I mean, you got the first word.
Seesaw.
Is it a word like winch or pulley?
No.
Okay.
And if Frost gets much closer.
E. X.
Effigy?
No.
Effect. It's a seesaw effect.
That's so fucking. Seesaw is good enough. But can you guess the arbitrary word we use to describe the seesaw? That's so fucking stupid.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used.
He didn't even say effect.
Yeah.
A seesaw?
That doesn't make sense. Can you add another word to the end to really just hammer in what is happening?
The other two cross pieces holding
There.
the board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
And that would let you stab her.
Sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
To get her to the cage. Except, wait, the cloth's on the shit.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a
But what about the fucking cloth?
How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick,
Himiko
the
sat down
placement of the
next to the
sickle is
cage.
the most important factor.
The floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric.
No, not that.
What conclusion can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence. What do you think, Emily?
The top of the cage, maybe?
How would that work?
Yeah, that's a good point. But like, it was the back of.
No, take a look. See it. Damn.
I guess underneath the floorboard's the only other option. Nope. Was I right?
That's it.
I was fucking right. I don't know why.
The sickle was at
But
the
I
top
was.
of the iron cage, with the blade facing down.
Ah. Oh, that makes sense.
It was because of the fabric covering the cage.
It was on the bottom of the fucking statue.
Kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick.
How did we not see this? What?
I guess if we were all
statue's
lifting it
weight kept
from,
it from falling
the
over.
angle we would have looking down at it, we
Did
wouldn't
not
see
a
it.
single like we had it on the ground.
If you step
Yeah, maybe
hard
it was
enough on the seesaw,
fitted through the slit of like a floorboard while it was on the ground.
Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
How on earth did the sickle wind up downstairs then?
Wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the
That's some Final Destination shit.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
Full marks. Very impressive.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko
Are
got
you
stabbed
celebrating the killer?
cage.
No.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
What the fuck are you talking about? What?
What the hell's a seesaw homicide?
Okay.
That's fucking crazy!
I missed some dialogue.
The craziness is what.
Impact make floorboard come loose. That's a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy.
Really makes the killing game fun.
Hey, you didn't miss
now.
much.
They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because
It's
she's the only
magic.
one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
She is the one who suggested the middle ground.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard.
But she was also gonna just get in the cage
Then the culprit
herself.
would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
There are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. Middle's always best for stuff like this.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it.
Somebody
Then
could have heard her
she
say
killed
middle
Tenko,
room, and then
all
just
according
ran
to
ahead
plan.
and did that in that time.
Yeah.
That's a lie, right?
Because here's the thing.
Himiko did such a thing?
All that had to happen was the crossboard had to be prepared.
In the end, Himiko,
And then the
who
scythe.
Tenko
Yeah.
cherished and loved.
Which
Which
how
I
did it
still
get
don't
there?
100% understand how the
Yeah,
fuck
how
that
did-
was.
Wait,
How would
we
it
don't
get
know that,
where we found
right?
it?
Top of the cage?
He's wrong, right, Himiko?
But it's not the top of
Himiko
the
would
cage.
never kill Tenko, right?
How did we not fucking notice this?
Tanko? I killed Tanko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. But does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel. Could it be an intermission at a well time? Wow.
It's weird because despite the fact that somebody in the seance had to like hit the seesaw, I still feel like, I don't know, it feels like it's not gonna be, it's obviously not Shuichi. Like, I don't know, I don't think Himiko did it. I feel like Kyo's too obvious, and I feel like Kokichi is also too obvious. So, I don't know. I guess it's one of those 3.
Here's the thing.
It's not.
I'm leaning on Sumugi at the moment. But
Because here, I've got like a half-baked theory. Okay, so just stick with me on this.
she's been talking a lot this trial.
So basically, in theory, somebody who knew their plan could have gone ahead and set up the seesaw, gone ahead and put the weapon in the statue. The only problem is how would they get the seesaw to be activated by somebody else? Unless they went under... No, I think they said they... I don't know how. I think I missed it. I think they proved no one was under there.
Yeah, they've been establishing that no one was underneath the
How did they
floorboards.
prove that?
Something to do with the light nonsense. How we would have been able to see from the hole.
Right. Yeah, so ignoring any... Yeah, unless night vision goggles appear, no one was under there. So... Maybe...
Maybe Gonta swarmed a whole shit ton of bugs and they pushed down the floorboard.
What if... maybe, like, maybe somebody else set up the trap, and then Kokichi was like, I'm gonna walk around during the seance to fuck with it. Then he just accidentally kills her.
No. But it would be funny.
It would be pretty funny.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out next time.
It's
As much as I want to find out tonight, it's 1:50 a.m. So
it's possible that Himiko killed Angie. And then set up this trap to kill her herself. But then Tenko was like, no, I got this. And then she's like, okay.
Why would Himiko kill Anji? Doesn't, like, make any sense. Unless she has a complete heel turn. It doesn't make sense.
She was the one guarding the door. From the front. And pretending like she didn't know what was going on in there.
But, that's still, I mean, that's how she could have had the opportunity. But I don't know why she would do it.
Well, there's time for that later.
I guess so.
Definitely a trial that is slightly less clouded than the second trial.
I don't know, I mean, I know that, like, I didn't have any idea it was Kurumi until, like, we had to pick her. But I feel more, because I was certain in that trial, I was just wrong, right? Here, I am entirely just, I feel uncertain.
I think it's Samuki.
It could be.
Who killed Angie.
It's just like, I feel like whoever the killer is, it's going to be somebody who we don't have evidence pointing to them right now, right? Like, I think that if it's the intermission and they're telling us, oh, it's Kokichi or Kyo or Himiko, I think it's none of them.
Well, let's see. Is there like a Monokuma thing in the middle of all this?
Yeah, there should be a Monokuma.
Yeah.
Yay. Alright, I don't want to watch this.
Wow.
Look at Monodam. He wants to fucking kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the eyes of a killer. I just realized the thing in their mouths is supposed to look like a bib. Or like, not a bib, a pacifier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh.
But I don't know. Maybe it is just like, if it's anyone in that room, I still don't think that they let Kokichi go so soon. It would be funny with him lying earlier that he was the culprit, but
He's not the killer.
he's not the killer. And then
He's not smart enough to figure this shit
and then
out.
between Kyo and Himiko, I just don't fucking. I don't know, I wasn't really happy with Kurumi last time, so maybe it'll just be one of them and I'll be like, okay, that's kind of boring.
I don't think Kurumi's killing was boring, per se. It was
It's just like the decisive evidence for that was just like...
a little silly.
It was literally just a piece of cloth that like...
Yeah.
It was a piece of cloth and alibis, which is very played out.
For the decisive one this time would be like, just suddenly, let's all look at your hands. Wait, Himiko has gold dust on her hands. She did it.
Like, literally that.
Foiled again. Yeah, it could be something like that. What if it's a mono kid? No, it's not a mono kid. Come the fuck on. No.
What if it is a mono kid?
No. If it's a mono kid, that's even worse.
Monokid's the dead one's name.
It was me. I did it. You got me, guys.
Alright. That's dang 3 for the day. Get rid of that. Yay, XSplit didn't crash. Whoopee.
Oh yeah, I forgot to remind you before the recording started. So this is a funny time to remind you. But did you make sure that did you check if Jaden and I were quiet audio levels? Because I said for Ace Attorney I was like pretty quiet.
I need you to understand. I never change my audio for like any reason at all.
I mean, all I know is that when I checked Ace Attorney, I was really quiet.
I mean, that's because you were being quiet. I try to turn you guys up every single time. I don't change anything, and yet you guys keep getting quieter and quieter. It's just something that happens and something that it's just like, well, oh well.
It's gonna be really funny when the Danganronpa episode goes up and it's just me and M talking and you're just quiet.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
I think it's gonna be the opposite. I think we're gonna hear Ross fine, and then you and I are just gonna be like...
I'm literally looking at the volume bars, and you guys are talking, and I'm talking, so it better be picking me up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe it's possible I somehow managed to turn myself up. I don't know. But I do not think that is the case.
If the microphone just does what it wants... You know,
It's not the microphone. It's actually just Discord. Every once in a while, Zuper's audio gets like more crackly and just won't go through as much. Jaden's mic just wants to like work as well. Your mic just gets quieter.
I mean, what I'm talking about though is with your like mic fucking up the other day.
That wasn't the mic's fault. That was the volume mixer. Just saying hi. Eat a cock.
I mean, you know, but you know what I mean, right? What I'm saying is that if a mishap can happen out of nowhere, it could just be a mishap happening out of nowhere.
It's very possible, but I'm not going to do like a test recording every single time anymore. That's just a waste of time.
I mean, I would. I'm going to whenever I record stuff from now on. Just because it's like, I don't know. It'd suck if I like recorded like a 4-hour session or something that I was really happy with, and then I check it later and it's like, oh, OBS like glitched and all the recordings they did today were like bad.
Oh, computer issues.